Nice to meet you, everyone.
Hello, Venerable Sir.
Hello, Venerable Sir.
Hello, Venerable Sir.
Nice, very well. So I will give you 3 refuges and 5 precepts right away. You can unmute. Yamahang Vadami, and today let's do Burmese. Yamahang Vadami Dam Vadeta. Aham Padi. Tidarane Nataha. Tien Satilan Dhamanya Sami. Anogaha Katawa. Tilan Deta Me Padi. Anukampang Upadaya. Dudiyampi Aham Padi. Tidarane Nataha. Tien Satilan Dhamanya Sami. Anogaha Katawa. Tilan Deta Me Padi. Anukampang Upadaya. Tatiyampi Aham Padi. Tidarane Nataha. Tien Satilan Dhamanya Sami. Anogaha Katawa. Tilan Deta Me Padi. Anukampang Upadaya. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Tamma Sambuddhassa. Bodhandarnangi Sami Dhammandarnangi Sami Sankhandarnangi Sami. Dudiyampi Bodhandarnangi Sami Dudiyampi Dhammandarnangi Sami Dudiyampi Sankhandarnangi Sami.
Dudiyampi Bodhandarnangi Sami.
Tatiyampi Bodhandarnangi Sami Tatiyampi Dhammandarnangi Sami Tatiyampi Sankhandarnangi Sami.
Dudiyampi Bodhandarnangi Sami. Dhammandarnangi Sami. Dudiyampi Sankhandarnangi Sami.
Okay. Dharana Gamanam Paripona. So Sui, what is the first precept?
No killing.
Panati Pada Veramani Kapadantamadiyami. Valentina, what is the second precept?
No stealing.
Adainadana Veramani Kapadantamadiyami. Yamuna, what is the third precept?
Cheating on someone.
That's right, no sexual misconduct. Kame tumaisa sara Veramani Kapadantamadiyami. Andrea, what is the fourth precept?
No lying.
Mudawada Veramani Kapadantamadiyami. Emily, what is the fifth precept?
No drinking drugs or alcohol.
Tura merayam isapamadathana vera maniteka padantamadiyami.
Ramiraya Misapamadana Viramitika Padantamadhyami.
Titarnena tadhain pian satilan dhammanta dukantura kidang katawa apamadena tampadeta.
Amabante.
May you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be successful in everything you do. Very well. So let's get into our stories. So Andre, you have 135, so let's look at that.
So wait, are you going to share your screen or
Yes.
should I say? Oh, okay.
No, I should always share my screen. So, what is it? Okay, you can start.
So once there was a monkey who lived next to a river. His neighbors were some crocodiles, and one day the female crocodile wanted to eat the monkey's heart. So her husband, the male crocodile, was going to kill the monkey. He called for the monkey and told him of great fruit somewhere else across the river, and he offered him a ride. The monkey agreed, and halfway through the trip, the crocodile was about to dive down and drown the monkey. But the monkey said that he did not have his heart with him. He pointed to a tree bearing a bright red fruit and told him that this was his heart and escaped the crocodile.
That's right. This is a very rare case when we see the Buddha to be actually telling a lie. The point that some may say is that he did not really say the lie like directly. He just deceived the crocodile. But every human being would every wise human being would clearly say that this is actually a lie. So in our scriptures we have this little problem. They say the Buddha to be never told a lie, but actually this one is a story which clearly shows that the Buddha to be did tell a lie. The point is that he did not say it directly. So for example, when you see something and you say you don't see, for example, you saw something, you say you did not see it, well, that's an exact lie. So that's a direct lie. But for example, somebody would ask me, so did you see another monk during your visit of this my friend's house? And I would say, how could I ever see another monk? You see? So I did not really answer the question. I did not really answer the question, all right? So the other person will understand, aha, you mean you did not see any other monk. But I did not say that. So this is called deception, all right? It's called deception. It's not a lie, it's a deception. Deception is when you do not tell a lie, but you lead the other person to a wrong understanding intentionally. So that's a deception, and that's what the monkey did here. It is not something that we should do. Instead, the monkey should have been more clever and not agree to the crocodile's invitation to go somewhere else. All right. So, can you help me understand the picture? Did you draw this by your hand or on an iPad?
I drew this on the computer.
You drew this on a computer. So, can you tell me what is the fruit here? What did you draw? Which portion of the story is here?
The tree and the fruit.
Did you mean to draw the fruit that resembles the heart?
Yes.
Okay, very nice. Thank you very much. Well done. So let's continue. So it's done. Let's continue with Emily, 136. Oh, that's so long. Emily, what about to write it a little bit shorter? It's so long. You're even longer than Valentina. Okay, Emily, I'm listening.
Once the king was serving bhikkhus without affection. However, the king didn't know this, so not even one bhikkhu was left. So he went to tell the Buddha, and there he learned to show affection. And the Buddha told the story of the past. One day a boy named Kappa became an ascetic under an ascetic named Kesava, and they quickly became friends. So they went to the palace with their students. The king told Kesava and his students to return to Himavat.
Yes. Himavat means Himalayas. I will show you how Himalayas look like. I think we were already looking at Himalayas in the past, but let's refresh the memory. So Himalayas are many, many mountains in the north of India. So if you take India, which is a huge, huge country, it's several times larger than Myanmar. Oh, what's going on? So you see Myanmar is a tiny country over here, and here close by is a huge, huge country of India, okay? And Himalayas are at the north of India, all right? They separate India from China. So Himalayas is a huge, huge range of mountains. Okay. Himavat. You can read it as Himavat or Himalayas.
Himavat. Kevasa was so depressed that he couldn't sleep well, and whatever he ate no longer tasted
Please
good.
wait. You have jumped over one line. Please try to read again.
Kesava agreed, and he told Kappa to return while he stayed. Then he got unhappy, and he was so depressed that he couldn't sleep well, and whatever he ate no longer tasted good. Then the king had to send Kesava back to recover from his illness. And after that, the king sent one of his servants to go check on Kesava. The servant was so surprised that Kesava had completely recovered from his illness, so he asked how he recovered. So Kesava replied, "You see, Narada, everything here makes me happy. Just the sight of Kappa and the sound of his pleasing words cheer me up. As soon as I arrived, Kappa gave me some broth made of millet, wild rice, and leaves. That simple, unsalted, and unseasoned broth eased my pains and soothed my stomach. And after that, the servant was still quite puzzled, and he asked how he got
Cheered.
when the king provided him with the purest rice, delicately boiled and flavored with meat. Kesava replied that it was because the king did not serve it with affection, and that food served with affection will always taste good.
That's right. That's right. It's a very nice story. Oh, can you tell us a little more about this story? Okay. That's great. And so this is the Buddha to be having the meal?
Yes.
Okay. All right. That's interesting. Thank you.
Bum, 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 bum.
Okay, so next we have May 107.
Right.
Do we have May today? Yes. You can start.
Jataka 137, Antidote for Grief. When Sujata was still young, his grandfather died, and his father was overcome with grief and took the grandfather's bones and made a satya. He was so distraught that he ignored his business, stopped showering, and forgot to eat sometimes. Sujata then thought he had to help his father. He brought a bowl of water and some grass and put it beside a dead ox. He started chanting, "Eat and drink." His father then came and asked why Sujata was doing that. Sujata then said the ox might come back to life because it still has all its body parts, but his grandfather's body parts weren't. The father then said the son was right and promised he would stop grieving.
Yes, this is a very, very nice story. So what happened is that Sujata, the Buddha to be, he wanted to help his father to, get free from the grief, to get free from the sadness. And so he thought, okay, you know what, I will take a dead ox and I will bring him grass and I will tell him eat and drink, so that his father will see it and his father will think, oh, what's this nonsense? Why are you giving food to a dead cow, dead ox? And so Sujata did this not because Sujata would be mad, but to show his father that his father was mad by being, so much grieving continuously for such a long time for his dad, for the grandfather. So it is okay to grieve. There is no problem with that. But too long time and too much is also not good. Our grief should not stop us from doing good deeds and from being happy about our good actions. Okay, seems like Tenza I haven't done 38. Thiri is not here today, so let's continue to Valentina.
Jataka number 140, The Quail's Revenge. One day, the bhikkhus were talking about how Devadatta was pitiless, and Buddha said that this was not the only time. Long ago, there was an elephant herd and a quail, and the quail had just laid her eggs, but she didn't want the elephant to step on them, so she asked the leader of the herd to protect the nest, and he did just as told. But he warned the quail that a rogue elephant would come and harm her babies. When the rogue elephant came, he stepped on the nest, and this made the mother furious, so she asked 3 animals, the crow, the frog, and the fly, to help and get revenge on the elephant. The crow found the elephant and pecked its eyes out, and then in the eye sockets the fly dropped her eggs, and the elephant wanted to wash himself off in the water because he was bloody, so he followed the sound of the frog and eventually got led to the edge of the cliff and died. Having concluded the story, the Buddha added that one should not anger anyone.
That's right. Even the small one can bring about a revenge. So we never bully anyone. We never mock anyone. We are always careful about everything we do. Oh, this is the quail with the 3 eggs. With the eggs. Okay, thank you. So Yamuna has 141.
Pitaka 141, A Jealous Rage. One day, bhikkhus were talking about Devadatta and his attempts to kill Buddha. When the Buddha heard this, he told them the story of the past. Long ago, the Bodhisattva was born as a prince named
Probably Dhammapala.
Dhammapala.
Yes. Yes.
The queen bathed him, and after that, she played with him. The king entered the room, but the queen was too busy playing to stand. The king was furious and ordered the executioner to bring him the baby and kill the baby. The queen saw this, and her heart broke in half, and she died. As for the king, a portal of hell opened for the king below, and he fell in it. The king was Devadatta, and the baby was Buddha.
Very well. Yeah, these are very grim stories. Surely with Devadatta, it's not nice. So, how did you draw it? You drew this by your hand or on a laptop?
By hand.
By hand. How did you get this paper? The paper looks so interesting. The shade.
It's regular paper. It's just the shade of the phone when my mom took a picture.
I see. Okay, but it just adds to the picture. It makes it so nice. Okay, that's good. Very nice. Very well. Thank you. Well done. So, Zoe.
Dear.
This way.
Golden deer. Golden deer.
You are ready?
Golden.
Jataka 142, The Golden Deer. A golden deer, once the leader of 160 deer, was ensnared in a hunter's trap set on their usual trail. Despite the deer's struggles, it only resulted in more pain. When a beautiful doe, willing to sacrifice herself, returned to help, the hunter arrived. Surprisingly, the doe spoke, pleading for her own life and sparing the golden deer. The hunter, moved by the doe's words, spared them both and released the other deer. In gratitude, the golden deer gave a jewel to the hunter before vanishing into the forest with the doe and their herd.
Where did the golden deer get the jewel?
I forgot.
You don't know. So weird, right? Where did this jewel get from?
How is the deer golden?
That's normal. Probably just yellow. This is.
Oh
not
yeah, the golden deer was the Buddha to be.
Sure.
Yeah, was it actual gold or was it just yellow?
Could be. That really is not a problem, like you can get reborn with any kind of shape or color that you wish. So if in his past life he wished to be born always with golden skin, well then that's what he gets. Was that 120? Yes, 142, the golden deer. So you did not mention the story of the present life, right?
Yeah.
He presented the hunter with a magic jewel which he had found in their feeding ground. So he apparently found a magic jewel in the feeding ground. So he didn't really have it. He found it somewhere and he remembered where it was. Okay, very nice. Thank you. So if anybody wants to go to toilet, you can. I will be doing the absence and we have some more time. So I'll probably be assigning you homeworks right away. Some of the stories are a little longer. As much as possible, try to keep it, short. The idea is that you learn how to say the same thing in your own words and summarize into the main thing. I would very much appreciate if you can mention both of the stories, not only the past life, but also the present life story.
What if they don't give the present life story? What if they just say like the Buddha told the story of the past?
Yeah, if it's not there, well, then it's not there. But if it's there, surely please mention it. Like Zoe now mentioned only the past life story, so I will give it to Valentina again and see if Valentina can get us both of the stories, the past as well as the present.
So am I doing 138?
Yes, when somebody is absent, I need to give it to somebody else as well, in case if those who are absent will be absent next time as well. So that way we are 100% sure that the stories get read. Some of them will get read 2-3 times, but it doesn't matter. Still good. I'm happy to hear it from several different people and see how the different students, tackle the story with your own mind. All right, so let's invite the others. I worry that there are no others. Maybe Alma will be coming, but I'm not sure about that. So today we will be finishing pretty fast. Very well, so let's sit in a comfortable meditation posture. Make sure that your back is erect. And we can make the first determination in our minds voicelessly. From now on, for 15 minutes, I will meditate on muscles and radiate loving kindness without any movement. From now on, for 15 minutes, I will meditate on muscles and radiate loving kindness without any movement. From now on, for 15 minutes, I will meditate on muscles and radiate loving kindness without any movement. And with that determination, we can gently, lovingly notice the flat piece of flesh at the top of the head. We allow it to be heavy and changing. We continue to the forehead, eyes, nose, lips, chin, cheeks, ears, back of the head. We allow all of the muscles and flesh throughout the body, throughout the head, to be heavy. And changing. We continue to the neck, shoulders, arms, elbows, forearms, wrists, palms, fingers, tips of fingers, chest, abdomen, back, we allow all of the muscles and flesh throughout the upper part of the body to be heavy and changing. We continue to the buttocks, thighs, knees, calves, heels, soles, toes, tips of toes, we allow all of the muscles and flesh throughout the body to be heavy and changing. And we allow all of the body parts to be changing. And as we allow the body to be the way it is, we ourselves enjoy freedom from worry about the body. Let's enjoy this freedom. Let's enjoy this peace. Now let's share our peace with other living beings. We don't force, we don't expect, just allow, permit. May all beings in this room be in peace. May all beings in this building be in peace. May all beings in this city or village be in peace. all beings in this country be in peace. May all beings on this continent be in peace. May all beings on this planet be in peace. May all beings, including me, be in peace. Now, because the time for this sitting is finished, let's make the last determination in our minds voicelessly. From now on, I will always be calm. From now on, I will always be calm. From now on, I will always be calm. And with that determination, we can slowly, mindfully change the way of our sitting. And when we have changed the way of our sitting, we can take one more minute to enjoy the peace we gained in meditation. Alright, very well. So we will go through our Okatha. I have already given you all the explanation, right? Did anyone miss any explanation? No, I think I have explained to you everything. So we'll just do the recitation and that's all for today. So you can everybody unmute and keep your hands together at the chest. Excuse me, excuse me, excuse me.
Excuse me, excuse me, excuse me.
Excuse me.
In order that all of the faults, sabbadosa,
In order that
all of the faults, sabbadosa,
done by body, kaya kamma, speech, vachi kamma,
done by
body,
Kama, speech,
karma,
or mind, mano kamma, disappear,
Or
mind, mano, karma, disappear.
for the first time, for the second time, for the third time, patamadutiya tatiya,
for
For
the
the
For the
first
first time, for the second time,
third
for the third time. Patama Dutiya Tatiya.
completing 3 times, I respectfully and humbly
Completing 3 times, I respectfully and humbly
pay respect and worship the jewel of Buddha, the jewel of Dhamma, the teachings,
pay respect and worship the jewel of Buddha, the jewel of Dhamma, the teachings,
and the jewel of Sangha, the community of monks,
and the jewel of Sangha, the community of monks.
the 3 jewels, Venerable Sir.
The 3 jewels, Venerable Sir.
Due to the intentional action, kamma cetana, and goodness of paying respect,
due to the intentional
action, commas,
may I be liberated and free from all.
May I be liberated.
May I be liberated, free from all.
4 realms of woe, 3 periods of disaster,
4 realms of woe, 3 periods of disaster.
the 8 wrong destinations, 5 enemies,
The
8 wrong destinations, 5 enemies.
4 disasters, 5 kinds of detriment,
4 disasters, 5 kinds of detriment.
96 kinds of disease, 62 wrong views,
96 kinds of disease, 62 wrong views.
and I want to achieve the peace of path, fruit, the noble Nibbana, Venerable Sir.
And I want to
achieve the peace of path fruiting
noble
The
Nibbana.
noble Nibbana.
Okay, very well. So just to repeat a little bit, to refresh your memory, 4 realms of woe is the hell, the world of animals, the world of ghosts, the world of ugly gods. 3 periods of disaster are the periods of disaster by hunger, by war, by disease.
What?
8 wrong destinations are birth in hell, birth in hell as an animal, as a ghost, as a non-percipient being. That means a sleeping big body, or at the edge of the world in total darkness. Wrong view, having wrong view, and being born as a fool who cannot understand the Buddha's teachings, and being born in a time and place where the Buddha's teachings is not available. 5 enemies are water, fire, king, robbers, and bad inheritors. Bad inheritors. 4 disasters are the disaster of birth, of wrong birth, of unpleasant appearance, of ugly appearance, serving somebody who does not follow Dhamma, or making effort to do evil and not good. 5 kinds of detriment are the destruction of relatives, wealth, disease, having wrong view. By wrong view, and loss of one's virtue. The 96 kinds of disease are 32 kinds of disease caused by bile, similarly caused by air and phlegm. 62 wrong views are most importantly the view that after our life we can have an eternal life, or that after we die we will be totally destroyed and nothing will remain. So those are wrong views. And so these are things that you don't want and that you want to get free from through paying respect to the Buddha, Buddha's teachings, and the community of monks. Now, what about the things that you want according to this recitation? So, lay people in Buddhism, they want to achieve the 2 moments. What's that? The 1 moment of the 1 mind moment that ushers in Nibbana, that leads towards Nibbana. Then the 2 moments of the enlightenment moment itself, and then the Nibbana, namely the cessation of all greed, hatred, ignorance. So that's what you want, but as a reward for your paying respect to the Buddha's teachings and community of monks. So now let's recite in Burmese. So again, you can unmute everybody, keep your hands together at the chest. Here, some of you may already be able to read in Burmese. Those of you who don't, remember this is Ka. We will get a lot of Kas here, so concentrate on the Ka sound and see if you can notice it when it appears. You see we have a lot of Ka here. And then we have Ta. Ta is not so many times here, but we have it, for example, here in Yatana, Yatana, Taya, Yatana, and again Yatana, and again Yatana. And then we get Wa. So this is Walong, this little circle is Wa. And then we get La. We get several Las here. For example, where do we get here? Ayu ati ali amya. Alright. Or we get, where else? We don't get many las here, that's true. Liba. Alright. Where else do we have la? Here. Lui, yayaba, lui. Okay. So let's recite together. Okartha, Okartha, Okartha.
Okata,
Okata, Okata.
Kayakam, Wasikan, Manokan.
Kayagan, Wasigan, Manogan,
Tapadota.
Napatoda,
Kataindo, Apiedogo.
Katendo, Abye Ogo,
ပျောက်ပါစေခြင်းအကျိုးငါ
Conversation Ajona,
ပထမဒုတိယတတိယ
Pachama Dutiya Jatiya,
တစ်ကြိမ်နှစ်ကြိမ်သုံးကြိမ်မြောက်အောင်
Jane, Don't Meow Ow,
ဖေယယတနာတရားယတနာသံဃာယတနာ
Hayarana,
ယတနာမြတ်သုံးပါးတို့ကို
Nanya no Maroko,
အယုအသေးအလေးအမြတ်
Yo Ate Ale Amia,
လက်အောင်မိုး၍ရှိခိုးပူဇော်
Let Omyoe Shiko Puzo,
ထူးမြော်မှန်လျှော့
Puyo Mansho,
ကတော့ပါဤအရှင်ဖေယ
Padoba Ia Shimpia,
ကတော့ရသော
Doya,
ကောင်းမူကံ
Morgan,
စေတနာတို့ကြောင့်
Nano Jam,
အပယ်လေးပါးကတ်သုံးပါး
Apela,
ရပ်ပြေရှိပါး
Yeshipa,
ယံသူမျိုး၅ပါး
Yedunyoga,
ဝိပတ္တတရား၄ပါး
Vipadya Leba,
ပြတနာတရား၅ပါး
Yedunaba,
အနာမျိုး96ပါး
Enamyo, Goze Chapa,
မိစ္ဆာဒိဋ္ဌိ62ပါးတို့မှာ
Misa,
မိစ္ဆာဒိဋ္ဌိ
Misa Dete,
62ပါးတို့မှာ အခါခတ်သိမ်း
Kakate,
ကံလုံးငြိမ့်သည်ဖြစ်၍
Ewe,
မတ္တရားဖို့တရား
Putia Putia,
နိဗ္ဗာန်ချမ်းသာ
Nibanjanda,
တရားတော်မြတ်ကို
Mieko,
ရာရာပါလို့ဤအရှင်ဖေယ
Shimpia,
Tadu, tadu, tadu. Very well. So it was a pleasure to see everybody, and I hope to see you again next week. May you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be successful in everything you do.
Goodbye, Venerable Sir.
Nice. Goodbye, everyone.